There ain't no other love ever compared to you. You've got to trust me now.
Hello, it's happening in the U.S. that over 1 million people a year are abused in some way. This includes sexual abuse, physical, psychological, or emotional abuse. Researchers who study abuse victims agree that the impact of abuse can last a lifetime. Since 1993, there is a nonprofit organization that has been helping clients find hope, healing, and freedom from all of this. Here now to talk more about this important subject is the founder and clinical director from Christian Recovery Counseling, Jeanette Vought, and their executive director, Colleen Prudhomme. Hi, and thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So Jeanette, we've learned that people who are being abused or who have been abused usually don't go seek the help. With your credentials and experience, can you tell us a little bit more about this situation?
Well, people have a lot of shame about being abused, and so they don't want to tell other people. And so many times they have to face that pain of what they went through if they go for help, go for counseling, and they'll do everything they can to stay away from that pain.
Okay.
So I think that's some of the basic reasons.
That they don't get the help immediately, and that's so important. Colleen, I know your vision is to grow and to serve as many people as God sends to your organization for hope, healing, and freedom. Can you explain to us why this is so successful, your organization with this, and you're helping so many people? And of course, the key is, why is this so successful?
Absolutely. I think there are a couple of key reasons. The first one is very obvious. The first one is that we are a Christian organization, which means our firm foundation is our Lord Jesus Christ. And we firmly believe that Jesus Christ is the source of all true healing in one's life. Another factor about Christian Recovery Counseling, though, is that we are a state licensed clinic. Our clinicians are master's level or even doctorate level therapists who are licensed or on their way to being licensed. So we have some very knowledgeable and experienced staff.
That's very important to know about this. Many live, Jeanette, with the shame, what's happened to them, and then suffer with mental health problems as a result of this, like depression, addictions, and other disorders. In fact, the absence from work in the United States is in excess of $31 billion per year because of depression. Can you elaborate more on this one?
When you've been sexually, emotionally, physically abused, it does cause tremendous trauma. And so the longer this abuse went on, the more trauma they may have, or the more the difficulty that happened in the abuse, or maybe threats, who did the abuse, all these things are impacting what's happened to them. And many of these clients will end up on long-term disability because of that. And that aren't able to work because maybe they're so overwhelmed with post-traumatic stress, or the depression is so deep that they just feel hopeless and they don't think they can go on. Many times that they feel that anger and they feel that shame, and they push it down.
Sure.
And then they become even more depressed, or they're in a helpless situation with an abusive man, and they feel like there's no hope. And so they want to give up.
And I know we really didn't cover, you have some really absolutely amazing credentials. How did you decide to start Christian Recovery Counseling?
Well, you know, I had another job that I really loved, but one weekend I was home praying, and the Lord just laid in my heart that I needed to quit this job and to start a ministry, and gave me the whole vision at that time, and that was to help men, women, and children break the cycle of sexual, physical, and emotional abuse. And also that no one would be turned away, no matter how poor they were going to be able to receive services.
Okay, all right. Well, you both should be very proud. You have some great testimonials from people who have gone through your services from prior clients. Let's take a moment to hear what some of them have had to say.
Thank you so much for supporting the ministry of Christian Recovery Counseling. We thought you'd like to see how your support is making a difference in the lives of those who have survived abuse.
I came to Christian Recovery Counseling because I was in a severely abusive marriage, desperate to get help. If I hadn't received counseling at CRC, I may still be stuck in depression, I may still be stuck in a very abusive relationship. Maybe I wouldn't even be here because of everything that my husband threatened.
I knew that it was an abusive relationship, at least the signs, by being cut off from friends and family, the control, isolation, the threats, and just the verbal and emotional abuse.
But abuse can be linked all together in that it's like a thief. And abuse is a robber of the heart. And children will come in and they will have sexual problems, behavioral problems. At times the children come in with post-traumatic stress disorder, but deep issues of not trusting, and these are the things that we want to assess and help them to treat.
We really accept people where they're at, and we understand that healing from abuse is really a process, and it's not going to be a one-time, one-moment thing. So I think people can come here with the expectation of being accepted for where they're at in their journey.
We specialize in helping with trauma, and it is so important for our families to get the help that they deserve and that they need. And the money that is donated to our agency goes into helping those clients get everything that they need to heal.
This is very amazing, and this is very encouraging and hopeful to others who are going to need this type of healing. So Jeanette, the other question I was going to ask you was, I know you understand it's your organization desire to end the cycle of abuse. Can you tell us one of the ways you're working towards this and why you've decided or chosen to include this in your services?
Well, through the years of counseling, I've been in the field of counseling for about 40 years. And so I've seen that cycle continue, people continuing to abuse children. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to start a program that not only helped victims, but offenders. So we started the Project Restoration program in 1994, and that was to help men, women, and children to stop that abuse.
Okay.
And so we have a highly successful program in doing that.
Okay. And Colleen, I know you have 3 locations. One is in Golden Valley, Rockford, and now more recently the downtown St. Paul area. What do all 3 locations offer for services and programs?
Certainly. Well, whatever services we provide are always centered around our mission of helping our clients find hope, healing, and freedom from the impact of abuse. Each clinic does have a little specialty. St. Paul, it was when we opened that one, that really allowed us to reach directly those who are in the greatest need of therapy and were short on finances. Okay. So we work with a lot of homeless women and children in St. Paul. We do a parenting class, we do play therapy, which is very effective. Okay. In Golden Valley, we do some groups and individual counseling. In Rockford, we do individual counseling as well.
Okay, and I know you also, Colleen, have 2 fundraising events. One's coming up shortly. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? And then maybe let people know how they can qualify for your services.
Absolutely. Our fundraising events, the one that we have coming up is November 9th. It's the Evening of Hope. It's our 20th anniversary that we'll be celebrating. The purpose of our fundraisers is to let people know the amazing things that God is doing through CRC, but it also is to help raise funds. And those funds are used to help our clients pay for the cost of their therapy at Christian Recovery Counseling. It's very easy to apply for financial assistance from CRC, very simple application. Okay. We go through that and help anybody out that has that need.
All right. Well, I can't thank you again both for being here to share a little bit more about mental health care. This is really important, and people need to understand that they do need to get the help right away. Thank you again. Again, Christian Recovery Center continues to serve the needs of many by providing quality Christian counseling care to those who have experienced abuse or trauma. They also work with people who find themselves overwhelmed with situations of life, such as marriage, family relationships, or situations in the workplace. To find out more information on how you can volunteer or make a donation, Go visit them at their website at thechristianrecoverycenter.org, or you can give them a call at the number you see on the screen. Jeanette and Colleen have shown us that with faith, hope, and love, we can accomplish anything.